Hey everyone, I'm Jeep Momma and I'm wrenching in my garage. About 2 years ago, I decided to upgrade my differential covers with the Riddle Manufacturing diff covers. I swapped out my rear diff covers and did a video on that, and there'll be a link to that in the comments below. But I made a fatal mistake. Hi, this is Jeep Momma 2022, and I made that video a few years ago, and now as I sit and reflect on my Jeep life, I want to just share with you some mistakes I've made over the years and to let you know it's okay to make mistakes. You know, that's how we learn. That's how we make ourselves better. That's how we become a better person. And those mistakes are great life lessons. There were several of those lessons that I've learned from this front diff cover installation that I didn't do, that I should have done. I really should have done it myself. But I learned a lot of things by letting a shop do the install for me. I should have just replaced this front diff cover myself. I would have had a peace of mind that it was done right. However, I did learn from that mistake. Let's go check out what I learned. So a couple of days ago, I was washing off my Jeep, getting all the mud off my Jeep from off-roading. I noticed what looked like oil on my differential cover. Needless to say, it's leaking. Let me show you what I found. Okay, so here's my front differential cover. This is the Riddle aftermarket diff cover, and I love it. It's made out of cast iron. It's super solid. It doesn't have the little lip here like your stock differential cover has, and so it's not going to grab on the rocks, because you can see right here all the scraping I've done. And if you notice right here, right along here, this is where the leak is occurring. See these bolts? They're Allen head bolts. Well, they're not the ones that the manufacturer sent me. And let me show you those. So what should have gone on there are these bolts right here with the washer. Well, I better check the bolt, and they were all super loose. So I'm crossing my fingers, water didn't get in there, and I'm also crossing my fingers that they put the lube blocker on. I'm gonna drain the fluid first. So it's right back here in the back of the housing unit. You can see it right there. And I'm gonna use the 3-inch ratchet. So here goes. Okay, now it's draining. I don't know if this is milkshake looking or not. Okay, now I'm going to start removing these bolts. Actually, let me get my mechanics gloves on. I don't know what it is. Something about these mechanics gloves gives me like extra muscle. Oh, shit. That one's on pretty good. Shit. This one, it might be stripped out. Fuck. Okay, I'm very frustrated right now because 2 of the Allen head bolts are stripped. And I have no idea what to do, so I called a friend who is a mechanic, and he's coming to my rescue. I don't know what he's gonna do, but he said, we'll get it out, no problem. So my fingers are crossed. So I just sit and wait. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
I guess I just needed a little muscle, huh?
These are nice. This is Mac.
So I was probably using the wrong Allen wrench.
This one. Yeah. Hang on, that one is not off.
Never heard.
Did it go?
Yeah.
So I just was using the wrong Allen wrench size?
Yeah, you got the wrong. Yep.
Which size are you using right now?
3/16.
Yeah, the 3/16 one I was using was from the dollar store. Yours is probably not from the dollar store, is it?
This is your. Oh, did David bring this?
Yeah.
That's why it's a good tool. God, I was wondering where you got a Mac tool from. Yeah, this is definitely.
Oh, you should have said you didn't bring it. Then he would have left it here and it would have been mine.
Yeah, you're welcome to borrow it.
Okay, so my friend came to the rescue with his proper tools, his stronger tools. First of all, I was using the wrong Allen wrench. I was using metric. I should have been using standard. And when I realized that, I broke out my standard Allen wrench. And this is from the dollar store. Stupid, stupid mistake. I was stripping out the tool, so this is being tossed in the garbage. I will be going to Home Depot later to get me a right set, just for future purposes. These bolts are also going in the trash, and I'm going to use the proper ones, which are the ones that Riddle Manufacturing meant for the bolts. And it's with this washer, 3/16 washer, and this hex head bolt. And I was worried that there was no lube locker on it, but they put it on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to clean the gears with brake cleaner. And interesting is the front looks way different than the back, and I'll show it to you here in a minute. But I'm going to use brake cleaner, clean it off, put this back on, put the diff cover back on, and then fill it with gear oil. So right now I'm going to start spraying. And I still have my drain pan here because it's going to start dripping. So you just kind of clean it out. And there was no water in this. Water did not get in, so that's a good thing. But now I feel more comfortable, and I feel better that there was no water in it, because I would have sat and worried about it. And everything looks good. So now I'm getting ready to put the diff cover back on, but I want to make sure that all of this is clean, because it's very important to get a good seal. Okay, so now lining this up and getting the bolts in is probably one of the most difficult things to do when you're by yourself. Okay, so I have my phone here that shows the sequence I gotta do. Okay, so you get the first bolt in, and it's kind of hard to do this by yourself, holding it and getting the bolts in, especially if you don't have upper body strength. Okay, so now it's time to put the fill plug back in. And now I'm just gonna clean all the gear oil off of this, so next time I check for leaks, I will be able to tell if it's leaking and it's not left over. So I'm gonna quick give it a little bath, and then I'm going to show you how to fill it back up the proper way. So you're going to need to use a clear plastic zip tie to use like as your dipstick. Here we go. Now I got to take this off, and this is where I'm going to fill the gear oil. And this is where I use my number 9 Allen wrench. Do you want gloves?
Yeah. Jeez.
I know. Is it rusted on there? Okay, now we got the big guns out, right? Oh, it did it. Holy crap. That is amazing. So what did I learn? Well, I've learned I should do these simple, easy projects myself. They may seem overwhelming, but actually replacing your front diff cover is not that difficult. Then I would have had the peace of mind it was done right. Plus, this fill plug wouldn't have been tightened down so hard, and I would have been able to do my own maintenance on it by getting it off myself. But I did learn a few tool tricks from my friend. I had to call in the big boy tools just to get the fill plug out. So my neighbor, he's a mechanic, he sent his son over with some big boy tools. We got the stupid fill plug out. I filled it with gear oil, put it back in, and now I'm good to go. So I learned some lessons from my mistakes, which is a good thing. The lessons I learned: always make sure you use the manufacturing hardware that is sent with the Jeep parts that you get. Always rinse off your Jeep when you're done off-roading so you can see if there's problems. After you're done roading, you should also make sure all your bolts are tightened. everywhere under your Jeep. So you should always pay attention to that. That's how I got the leak in the first place. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I have lots of how-tos, top 5s, install videos, and more lessons learned coming up